What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Malcolm coming to you live. For all the people out there that are about to make the joke, yes, yes. I just went ahead and redid my StreamYard subscription. So I'm back with another stream for you guys tonight, especially because I need to talk about this damn. Yeah, I need to talk about this damn Conor McGregor fight. I can't believe I stayed up for this. I feel like Connor just let us down, low key. Um, First, okay, before I get into it, let me start from the beginning of the day because this was a big day. We had the World Cup going on. We had the Conor McGregor fight tonight with Holloway, and we just had a lot of stuff going on. First off, I need to apologize to Jude Bellingham from England because I was talking straight shit about this man 2 games ago. These last 2 games, he round of applause for Jude Bellingham. The man has been earning his spot on England's national team next to Harry Kane. These last few games, he has been clutch. Shout out to Harry Kane. He ain't really pop off all that much this game, but hey, shout out to Bellingham. Shout out to Bellingham. Um, I don't really have much to say else outside of that. I know everyone was kind of, expecting. Well, I wouldn't say expecting. A lot of people were rooting for Holland. I was at Publix today. There was a random lady in the parking lot. She was talking about how everyone likes him. Hold on, really? If you guys can't hear it, there's somebody just drove by. You know how niggas be. They be in these cars with these box Chevys with the loud music going brr, brr, and up at 12:10 at night. Too, I had to double check my time. Like screens and shit up. I won't lie to you. Sometimes my time is off because I might be running like so much shit on my computer that even my computer might lag a little bit and freeze up. But yeah, shout out to England. They're my second favorite pick out of the remaining teams. My So at the beginning of the World Cup, my initial pick was France. Just coming straight out the gate. I understand, and damn, I was gonna say I normally have like a shirt, but I don't. I'm just wearing my hoodie. I don't have a shirt under. But earlier today, under my hoodie, I had my Real Madrid shirt, my Real Madrid jersey. I am a Madrid fan. I love the fact that Mbappe plays for us, but Real Madrid Mbappe and World Cup Mbappe are two different animals. If this version of Mbappe showed up for Real Madrid like he does for the national team for France, we would have won La Liga. I'm gonna claim that. If World Cup Mbappe shows up to play for Real Madrid, they're gonna win La Liga. Now, my second pick, because I won't lie to you guys, I'm a Brazil. I'm a Brazil fan. When Brazil plays, they're one of my top teams to make it in the World Cup. I was rooting for them this year. I was happy to see Neymar come back to play. Overall, I was just disappointed to see them go, especially because Vinicius was starting to get some of his form back. Like, for those of you that know, like prior to Mbappe coming to Madrid, Vinicius had a better season overall with the prior setup they had at Real Madrid. Shout out to Argentina. Anybody that thought Messi wasn't gonna make it through, hey, that's on y'all. Me personally, and I fuck with the Swiss. I fuck with the Swiss. I have a Swiss Army knife on my keychain to this day. Um, the very first Swiss watch that I bought, Swiss quartz watch, was a Victorinox, same company that makes my Swiss Army knife. I fuck with the Swiss, but there was no way they were gonna beat Argentina. If you thought Switzerland were gonna beat Argentina, you might be a little bit on the crazy side. Just and Messi. Now that I think about it, Messi didn't even score in the game today. He did not. He was mostly just like walking around. He would pass the ball here or there, but he really did not. It was kind of like Harry Kane today. Like he played all right, I guess you could say Harry Kane played all right, but it was Bellingham pretty much that was the star of the game today. Argentina, they make it through, I think 3-1. I'm not surprised on that. So now I think for the semifinals, it's going to be France versus Spain. I'm still pulling for France. I know everybody's going crazy for Lamine Yamal and all that stuff, but listen, Yamal, just it's not your year. It's not your year. And I know he got taken out towards the end of Barcelona season with like a groin injury or something like that. Me personally, I just got over like a groin thing a couple of days ago, um, because on like Fourth of July and stuff like that, playing around, lighting fireworks and whatnot, just all the movement. You pull a muscle. When I was younger, I never really thought about it, but now that I'm in my 30s, my early 30s, yeah, I kind of need to stretch more before I get physical. And no, I'm not drinking an energy drink. It's I think I can say it. Sparkling water. Yeah, clearly Canadian. Had to grab me a can, since they Canada is one of the hosts of the World Cup. Which now that I'm actually talking about the World Cup, it is a bummer that all the hosts have been kicked out. Mexico, U.S., Canada, all. And shout out to Mexico, Quiones. He was playing real good this year. Shout out to the U.S. team. Balogan, you let me down, man. You had Trump literally come out and pull a Donald Trump on FIFA, and just it was a disappointing game. But I'm proud of the fact that we did make it a good ways into the tournament. I think the best team we had was like, and don't quote me on this because I'm not a historian. I'm not like, because I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there. They go hard. They go hard on the stats for like basketball, football, soccer. They go hard on the stats. I don't have time. Like, listen, I got 2 books I'm trying to finish writing. I got like 3 albums worth of material over here. Like, I'm still making beats. It's about to be 4 albums worth of material if I keep making these beats and I ain't writing down no rhymes. And like, it's just too much stats to go over with all these different sports that I watch. But the main thing I want to say is this: shout out to the U.S. men's team. Y'all did a decent job this year. Y'all went as far as y'all could. The best men's team in U.S. soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, history, the farthest we went was 3rd place. And I think that was fuck. I think that was third. We got 3rd place in the World Cup, and I think that was like in the 1930s to 1920s. Oh, shout out to Cuz. Shout out to my cousin Jay. Appreciate you for liking the stream, man. How's the fam and everybody over there? Hope they doing good. Freedom Boys, long way. Shout out to Nico, Ahmad, and all them. Rest in peace, Miss Edna. Yeah. Shout out to my team. Rest in peace, Miss Edna. But yeah, shout out to the men's team. They did their thing. They tried their best. But for the end of the World Cup, it's gonna be France versus Spain. I'm already pulling for France to beat Spain. Lamine Yamal, I'm sorry. I know you got this groin injury, but just pack it up. Spain, you're not going. And speaking of Leo, my boss at the meat market, I'm sorry, bro. Spain ain't making it. It's France, you know. And I don't even. Well, I won't say I don't. I won't say I don't fuck with French like that, because if you don't know, France is like damn near black at this point. France is becoming a black country. You can say what you want about it, but actually, hold on. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of of France's national team, and you'll see what I mean. And I mean, yeah, they have African descent. Most of them come from African descent. Let me see what did that. Okay, we got Bryce Samba, Mike Manigan. Okay, show the full squad, and let me zoom in on this. All right. Oh shit, got real dark. Hold on, guys. Gotta. All right, there we go. I had to adjust my lighting. I had the blue lighting in here. Well, the bluish purple lighting. I wanted it to kind of accent the. I don't know what I want to call this. It's not a sponsorship. Crown Royal is not sponsoring me at all. It's just I figured if I had a bottle of liquor somewhere in the video, you'd look at it and be like, "Oh man, this guy's lit. He got liquor in his video." But enough of my rambling. Let me go ahead and show you guys the France roster for their national team. Okay, so we got Bryce Samba, Mike Magnan, goalkeepers. We're just running down the list, and this is Google. So if you want to say Google is like suspect or sketchy or not accurate, then hey, I don't. I'm not going to debate you on that. I won't debate you. See, one, two, light skinned nigga. You know, Malo Gusto. Yeah, you a light skinned nigga. You know, uh, Upa Mancano. He plays for Bayern. Shout out to Bayern Munich. Kunde. Yeah, I forgot about Kunde. I thought he played for African. He is of African descent. That's another thing too. I noticed a lot of, especially when you watch the World Cup this year, there are so many countries who have nationalized black players. Like even in Belgium, when the U.S. played Belgium, I was like, what? I didn't even know they had that many black people in Belgium. Because I think on the Belgium team they have like 5 or 4 black players. You know, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Like, I remember last World Cup a few years back. I had to call one of my roommates. I was like, "Yo, when did you play for Honduras?" He walked in the room like, "Damn, that dude do look like that." It's crazy. But yeah, so far let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lacroix. How you say it? Lacroix. Yeah, I can't say for sure. LaCroix, 7, 8, 9, light skinned nigga, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Desiree, yeah, like, come on, man. That's almost 20 players, half the team. Damn, camera notifications. Guys, in the future, if you ever put up a camera system around your house, make sure you don't have cats or dogs that roam around outside. I swear the amount of just video footage I get on the daily of my cats. Sometimes I also get footage of just random dogs that are just roaming the neighborhood too. That shit's weird. Like, damn. Like, the animal catchers don't even be on this side of town. They just wait for a call and then they're gonna show up and do something. If they can find them by the time they show up. But yeah, I got France over Spain. This isn't advice for the people out there that want to like gamble or whatever. That's on your own. You know, gamble at your own risk. But I got France over Spain, and to tell the truth, the Argentina versus England is probably gonna be the best game of this part of the bracket of this round of the tournament because with France versus Spain, I feel like it has the potential to be one of the best matches of the tournament, but I don't know. Like with Spain, I feel like they've been coasting. They've coasted their way into the wins. Because I think that last match, what they won by 1 goal. The match before that, it was like a penalty shootout. So yeah, I want to say it's going to be an exciting match. It's going to be a knock 'em out, drag 'em like match, but I just don't feel it with Spain. I don't know why. I just don't feel it. I feel like France is going to come in, and for that first half, it's going to be a fight. But once France gets that first goal, and whether it's Mbappe or Elise or like I said, I just went down the whole list. They got a squad. But yeah, if France get that first goal in and they find their rhythm, it's over. There's nothing Spain can do. I'm sorry, Lamine Yamal. I know I keep mispronouncing that kid's name. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You can't save Spain by yourself. And I mean, they have a decent squad too, but I don't know. Like maybe there's, physically they might still be worn out from their perspective, like seasons, because La Liga is, it does get grueling. And, you had the Copa de España or Copa del Rey. I forget whatever the name of their like competition is over there, but they might be a little worn out. And same thing with England. They're facing Spain later. Well, not England, not England. Um, England and Argentina. I was about to say England and Spain. Like England and Argentina. You're getting both teams later in the tournament where they're already at like, I won't say they're tired, but it's been a physical stretch of games. And either one of these games, in my opinion, could be like a World Cup finale or final. Spain versus France. Yeah, you could see that in the World Cup finale. Same thing with like Argentina versus England. But yeah, I see France over Spain. The Argentina versus England, that's going to be a hard one to predict because, like I said, we got Jude Bellingham. I just apologized to the man earlier in the video. Like, go ahead. Yeah, clean up around my desk. I've been living like a savage, going over videos and all type of material. But yeah, you got Jude Bellingham. He's got a bit of a hot streak these past two games. And then they got Sir Harry Kane. Yes, from this point on, let's just call the man Sir Harry Kane. Because if he isn't knighted by the end of this World Cup, as soon as the World Cup is over or whatever, he's probably going to get knighted just off the performances he's had the past few games. Because I remember not the last game, but the game before last, where I believe he literally saved England. He whipped in a massive, like just diagonal shot into the goal, and then I think he got a penalty shot that he scored. So yeah, Argentina versus England, best match of this round so far. I'm calling it now. It's going to be one of those, like, come to think about it, this will be the game where you see Messi run. And for like people who don't like know too much about it, all I gotta say is this: when you've watched enough of Messi play soccer, you'll notice this. At his age now and how he plays, he doesn't like he's not that player that's running full all up and down the field. You know how you have like certain like how some of the midfielders go box to box and like they're like that all game and they have the endurance. Messi's not like that. He's up there in the age. He's gonna walk a good 40%, and then the other 40%, he's gonna like jog, and then that last 20%, he's gonna just sprint full speed, and that's only when he needs to. These notifications coming on. But yeah, this is going to be one of the best. It's going to be one of the best matches of the tournament. I can't say who's going to win because either side, they got hitters. You got Bellingham and Kane. Well, I'm not familiar with the whole list, but they got other people on there too. That if they decide to step up or if they have a hot game that day, it's over. As far as excuse me, as far as Argentina, Alvarez was hot today. Messi, like of course, Messi, and then some of the other people that stepped up today, they got other options. So, which I'm happy because everyone on the team stepped up today to try to score a goal, even if Messi wasn't necessarily having his best game. The rest of the team stepped up. This is the team Messi needs to beat England, the team that played tonight. Because you'll notice, like, hey, he, he wasn't the one that scored the goals or really, was the star of the game today. I would say Alvarez or the I forgot the other guy. It was I think 3-1 on Switzerland, which, whew, at least Switzerland got a goal. I don't know who thought Switzerland had a chance to beat them, but yeah, they really stepped up. A team like that, that's what Messi needs to win this World Cup. So I don't know. With Argentina versus England, it can go either way, but I'm definitely seeing France in the finale of the World Cup. Now, who they play, England or Argentina, I do not know. And no matter who shows up, it's going to be a fight. It is going to be a fight all the way to the end. But yeah. Oh, yeah. For those who don't know, I just have to say this. Going forward in like some of my streams, I'm going to switch between like soccer and football terminology interchangeably because I know for most people on the other side of the globe, it's football. But here in America, we call it soccer. So if I say football, but damn, I said football. Damn, I said football in a crazy way. But if I say football instead of soccer, I'm talking about soccer, but I'm saying football. And yes, don't worry, I got content coming when football season starts up because hopefully this year the Steelers have a better season. Sure. And hopefully the Celtics have a better season too. Letdown after letdown. My biggest letdown is that week, because I felt like if we had went up, and when I say we, I was talking about. So I root for all the African countries equally. It don't matter how, because some people feel like Morocco and Egypt are too like Arab. So I'm more of a like, hey, I'm if you're an African country, I'm gonna root for you either or. And what I hated was like at the offset, it looked like Africa had some fight to it this year because some of the earlier matches they were coming out taking the lead by one goal, and it seemed like Africa might really do something this year. And then just how the matchups landed, and uh, just overall some of the players, like once they had the lead, they couldn't, do the best defensively and like just park the bus. Ugh. Oof. Going hard on that sparkling water. I'm sorry. I just love how it tastes. I'm addicted to these things now at this point. Feel like them rich white people drinking sparkling water. But damn, I got distracted with sparkling water and I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I apologize if I say football instead of soccer or soccer instead of football. Just I gotta do multi-sport content and I'll get things mixed up. Ooh. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and play some music real quick, play the intro again. I gotta run, use the bathroom. Whew. I'm back, guys. Shout out to the same three people that always watch me. You guys are awesome. Shout out to the sponsors. I'm not really sponsored, but having some liquor in the background makes people stay on the video a couple more seconds. And the engagement don't hurt, right? You know, which, which is crazy when you think about it, because I still like if anybody that knows me that have watched my streams. I've like changed my set around from time to time. I haven't really kept the same set up. Before I used to have the green screen and like I tried to do the fake backgrounds. I changed over into my other room where I had the TV in the background, and now I'm back here and like I'm in a more simplistic space. I got my posters up here, got my Itachi poster, got the Japanese posters, got my Bob Marley, got. I mean, you kind of see my keyboards and stuff. So yeah, I'm not bullshitting. I actually got music. I actually while I'm while I'm in here talking shit about my music, let me see what I can let me see what I can do. Actually, let me play something new for you guys. While I'm looking that up, yeah, we gotta talk about this Conor McGregor fight because I'm completely flabbergasted. Listen, whenever an Irishman come out kicking like he Chinese, just 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 go ahead. Just go ahead and call it a night. Cause ain't no way. Ain't no way. Just, hold on, guys. I'm trying to put some kind of put some all right, I can drag and drop. All right, I'm gonna play some. I was just working on this beat earlier today. Got it. Let's see. Sound warning, sound warning, sound warning. Gotta give you guys the sound warning. that was some of the music. Hopefully you heard it. If not, just leave a comment. I'll try to just send you a link to the track. I'm still in the process of setting up my online store. I gotta get a lot of stuff done, but I have a few. I have a few that I want to go ahead and actually just put up for sale because I don't know if I'm ever going to use them. So I might just put them up for sale, lease, or however people do the stuff nowadays. Excuse me. That burp was so sexy. Oh, oh yeah. But back to this Conor McGregor fight. Yeah, that's disappointing. Like he came into the fight like just kicking, and I'm like, bro, why are you kicking? Like, what's like box, like fight, like let's not turn this into a kung fu thing. And sure enough, he comes in kicking. He sticks a bad landing, blows out his knee or leg, however they said it was, and it was just very disappointing. Like people bought tickets thinking this was going to be a big return for McGregor, and he blows his knee out, and like I don't even think the fight was. God, I want to show a clip, but I don't because Dana White don't play. I don't have Dana White privilege. I can't just do stuff like that. No, I don't. And before somebody says, "Oh, but Malcolm, you've shown us manga panels of different anime that are like licensed and copyrighted and blah 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 blah." Yeah, they in Japan. They ain't finna, man. I, if you think Kodansha, now to some degree, yes, because a lot of there are a lot of those websites where you can read manga for free, and a lot of those get shut down, or they get cease and desist orders put on them all the time. But for your average person, just like checking out an anime here or there. And sometimes it's mostly like the popular ones that you run into this issue. If you're like reading an obscure, like throwback manga from back in the day or something like that, if you can find the complete edition, because that's a whole nother thing. A lot of these manga become lost media because nobody does a reprint. Like what was like I'm a Shaman King fan. I watched the anime and I read the manga, and I actually started buying some of the manga, the Viz manga, not the uh, what's the company? Kodansha, not the Kodansha manga, the original Viz manga that came out like in the Jump, in the Shonen Jump that we got here over in America, that version. And I look at some of those books, some of those volumes, and they're like $60 used. I wouldn't say used, but like used like new. Like they're still pristine. Now the pages have changed color a little bit because of aging, but the older Viz manga print of Shaman King has become so much more valuable simply because you get Hiroyuki Takei, the author. You get his earlier art style, but you see the natural progression of it throughout the manga towards the end. Secondly, I do not like his colorful modern design because, and I won't say it's him. It might have just been the people that redid the Shaman King anime, but I did not like the bright, shiny features of the hair and faces. Like the original 4 Kids version of Shaman King, where there's like darker tones and colors to everything. It's not as bright. I like that version because of that. It's darker, it's more gritty. Like you get violence, and I mean, believe it or not, because it's 4 kids, they did a good, decent job of editing it. But at the same time, all the editing they did was cutaway. Like they would just give you that I want to say what's the proper terminology for this? I'm not sure. But they would give you a basically a high contrast white background light with a black figure either being like reduced to like a dust pattern or something like that. Kind of like that episode of Naruto where Itachi gets shredded to pieces by those 2 water ninja, but they don't show you actually like the physical body being shredded. They just pan to like I think a red background with black figure, and they have the figure be torn apart, but you can't actually see the or like see the body of a real person being torn apart. That's how censored it was. Ah, God, I went from Conor McGregor to body parts being torn apart since. Okay, I've been rambling long enough. I'm gonna go lay down, go to bed because at this point I'm just disappointed. I thought McGregor was gonna come out there fighting. It was actually gonna be a good like couple rounds, not. Oh man, he came out and blew it in the first round. Don't feel bad, McGregor. I do it all the time, especially if she's a baddie. I do it all the time. I blow my knee out in the first round all the time. Oh man. But thanks you guys for rocking out with me. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. It's been an edition of the Midnight Storm. Um, you guys get home safe. Please don't drink and drive. If you're watching this and you know you're feeling tipsy, you know you're feeling good right now, you're feeling wavy like Patrick Swayze, I'm stop. I'm not gonna start rapping. I'm not gonna start. I apologize. But yeah, I'll see you guys another time. Probably later this week. I'm gonna try to get another video out because I just got 2 new games. Well, not new, but I've been getting some hard disk copies. Yes, people, I'm going hard disk. Sony's talking about there's no more physical games; it's all digital. I'm not with it. Well, we're getting hard copies of physical games all 2026. I've even I gotten hard copies for my Nintendo, for my PS3, and I got some hard copies for my PS4. And it's just one step at a time because the way I see it, it's all right. Too much of a good thing is bad for you, but also tech in general, it can consume you once you like really get in depth in the roots of it. It really does consume you. But let me quit rambling and let you guys go to bed. I gotta go to bed. I got a side job to do in the morning. Uh,